What's going on, guys? Hey, real quick, I'm gonna align my front tires, show you my crazy little setup I got with some twine, a couple lawn chairs. I've already got this side, I put new tie rods in here not too long ago, and I've got this side loosened up, and I was able to turn it by hand. There's a couple videos said, it was gonna be super hard to do, but I had zero problem. I could turn that thing by hand and watch the tires move real easy. When you do this, I just got the twine tied to the ball back there. I ran it around. Make sure you go along with the axle. And when you come right here, make it to where it just barely touches. Like, that thing is barely touching, right? Lots of, I saw some videos and almost all of them mentioned that right there. Since those are a little fatter than these up here, this is what I've got. This one was way in, so that thing was rubbing before I could even make it touch right there. So this is what I've got right now. I've got it barely touching right there. This side over here, I haven't done anything to. I just put the twine to it, and it's kind of the same thing. So both of them were cocked out like this. So I've got to loosen that the jam nuts on that tie rod and go ahead and move this thing in before I can do anything else, because that's not even touching right there. I mean, it's very close, but it's not touching. So that's what I'm gonna do real quick. So, back that jam nut up just a little bit more. And then, it's moving good. I need to move my chair over because my string is touching everything on the front tire. So what I'll do, I'll bring this tire out a little bit, not touching. Okay. I'm still a little bit off that tire back there. I believe we're on. And then this one, I need to come off just a little bit more. Okay. And that's it. Touching there. Touching. Okay, so you can turn that. Pretty simple. So, next thing we got to do, I'll make sure and get everything lined up, and we'll do some measuring. I believe these have to toe in just slightly, like 1/8 of an inch or something. So that would be 1/4 inch overall. So that's what we'll do. What we'll do is we'll measure. We'll get everything lined up, and then we'll measure from this piece of string to this one up here, and then we'll go to the back behind the wheels and do the same thing. All right, guys, so I'm finishing this video on a different day. I measured it, toed in about 1/8 of an inch on both sides. It's about 1/4 inch. I haven't gone back and remeasured it, took it riding. You're gonna wanna play with the twine to make sure it is in line with that back tire. Okay, that's gonna be the most important part. And then, like you saw earlier in the video, you can twist that tie rod by hand and you can make the little fine adjustments. I chose to do it while it was on the ground because that's the way it's gonna ride. I didn't want to jack it up off the ground and have the wheels fall and put any additional angles in there. Whether it would do that or not, I don't know. I wanted to do it exactly like this. I've seen videos out there saying that, you know, they jack it up and it makes it easier to adjust, and I didn't have any problem at all. Didn't have to use any tools to do it, just spun it right there, spun that tie rod with my hand on both sides, and it was good to go. Took it out, took it riding. It worked great. Didn't pull to one side or the other, so I'm calling it a success, because before I did that, it did pull. It did pull to one side because, like I showed you earlier in the video, I think this one was, I hadn't messed with it yet, and it was cocked way out to the side, to the left. So that's what I did. Another thing, I don't know if you might have seen little clips of it in the video, but I ran some straps from my bars to the rack back there, straightened them up, just kind of eyeballed them, and you know, got them tight, got it to where they wouldn't move. And then I checked it, double checked it, triple checked it. Every time I moved the tire and everything, I wanted to make sure that wasn't moving. So the bars stayed in place, they did not move. Everything works. So I would recommend doing that, because I didn't strap them down at first, and they were moving. So you're gonna want to make sure those bars stay in one spot.